Hello. Today I'm going to elaborate a cosmology. You are living in the Matrix, but not like you think. More so like a dream. And you can wake up within the dream and turn it into a lucid dream. God exists at fractal levels in the sense where the mayor of a town is like the god of the town in a sense, and then the president or the whatever, the leader of the state is the god of the mayors, etc. And this goes all the way up, and you got solar system. The sun is the manifestation of God at the fractal scale of our solar system, and then higher than that, perhaps multiple steps, but I'm not sure. You have the Galactic Center. This is where your soul tries to go in order to reunify with God if you die. When you die. I was going to say if you die without having woken up, but I think the thing is that if you wake up before you die, then your soul is less distorted when you die, or your uniqueness is preserved or something. I don't know, but the part I'm mostly trying to focus on is that when you die, you go to the Galactic Center, essentially. And Jesus reintroduced the way of how to wake up within the Matrix, within the dream, to turn it into a lucid dream. Trying to escape the world, but to lucidify it. Lucidify. And I believe this was ancient wisdom, and it was lost. And Jesus simultaneously descended from heaven to reinstantiate this wisdom, and also he was a man who rose to a high enough, to rediscover, in a sense, this wisdom. And I think that there was ancient civilizations, and that essentially this matrix is, this dream, this game, is like the hardest difficulty game that you could imagine. Maybe not, but it's very hard, because every 12,000 years there's a cataclysmic event on Earth of geological nature to do with the Galactic Center, interestingly, where the Galactic Center, the fractal representation of God, basically flips the poles, sending out these waves, and it flips the poles of anything when the wave hits it. And this happens every 12,000 years with the crests and troughs of the waves. And this is like it's like a difficulty setting that God is like, I'm not just going to make this easy for you. No, that would be not exciting. I'm going to make these like hurdles that you have to keep being faced with. And this creates suffering, of course, but suffering, of course, is not inherently bad. So, yeah, we forgot how to wake up. I think, and this is what I mentioned about the soul's uniqueness. This is what happened to Jesus. He, perhaps, he was basically enthroned in heaven and given a seat by the right hand of the Father, and to the point where he became one, he became part of the Trinity. But gosh, oh boy, oh boy, or something like that. See, that's a very bottom-up type of thing, but I also think there's a top-down type of thing, where he was already part of the Trinity, or something. But the idea is that this can happen to all of us. Or we can all be enthroned. You shall be as gods. Or something. And that's what happens, like, that's what I meant by the uniqueness. If you wake up before you die. And yeah. And we're about to hit this 12,000 year thing again. Yeah. And there's obviously more to it, but that's like the bare bones, like, framework, nuance missing. But yeah, and this makes me think about preserving this wisdom. You know, it's like if Jesus was like the first guy to wake up and remember how to wake up in a very long time, primarily through self-sacrificial love, this knowledge could be wiped out again. But it's not just knowledge, it's like wisdom. And, you know, it's not like a, I guess, you know, I don't know, it's kind of, yes, it is, I think, a techne in a sense. But I'm thinking about like preserving this techne that Jesus gave, perhaps like reminded humanity about, and digital record keeping and kind of cut it if a massive solar flare wipes out all the electronics. So like, for all my mistrust of the scribes, I think we need to employ some scribes to like, you know, to like figure out how to preserve this wisdom through the approaching apocalypse. Yeah. Yeah. Or something like that. Yeah, we're on max difficulty, yo. It's not like, perhaps we chose this, you know, it's like, oh man, being a human, that's a good one. I'm gonna give that a go. It's tough, but man, what a glorious, beautiful thing. Yep. That's all. Thanks for listening.